So, God bless you. Last time, about a year ago, I discussed about when an issue came up about Don David. I did a video. I spoke about what we as parents should do. I just made my own few contribution. And today, I just want us to get some things right because it has become a norm. It's like anything can just happen to our children. If you are silent about it, maybe because it's not yours, we could think, oh, our own are just safe. But we need to talk to ourselves. We really need to talk to ourselves. Now, I want to start by saying boarding school is not the problem. Yes, boarding school is not the problem. So if you are among those people that have the belief that, oh, boarding school is bad, no, they are not the problem. I have some people, they may be watching or they will watch later, who went to boarding school and today they are wonderful parents. While we were growing up, there's this boarding school in my area. I so much love that school. The way they dress, I love it. So boarding school is not a problem. Though I tried to enter, but I wasn't fortunate to go to that school. But thank God how it all turned out. So boarding school is not a problem. Then what is the problem? I want us to first of all address the issue. Sometimes we talk about the surface and we refuse to go to the main source. It happens to Don David, and I want to really applaud the mother of Don David, Deborah. She did a good work. She stood for her child. Even while people bullied her, people call her all sorts of names, she stood. 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, it was another girl called Karen. I think it happened in Abuja. They found used condom in her. And just about a few days now, we are talking about Sylvester Jr. As I said earlier, boarding school is not the problem. No, it's not. So what actually is the problem? One, we have to go to the homes. Values are no longer maintained in the homes. Values are no longer taught in the home. Whatever I am today, with all sense of humility, is I bless God for my parents. I want us to let's talk about few areas biblically, how we can remedy this situation. It happens to Sylvester Jr. today. It happens to Karen about 4, 5, 6 months ago. Who is next? We don't know. Or who are those other people that it has happened to, but we couldn't figure them out. We can't talk about it. So I want us to talk about some few things. Children are reward from the Lord. Yes, Psalm 128 verse 3. So if God has rewarded you, giving you a blessing, the Bible says something, say he giveth and added no sorrow. The blessings of the Lord make rich and added no sorrow. So, and children are blessing from God and it's not sorrow. So what is now the problem? Children are meant to be trained. Children are meant to be trained. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. He said, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So children are meant to be trained. 2, children are meant to be cared for. Jesus was talking. The children were coming. He said, don't drive them away. Allow them to come. Care for your kids. Meet their needs, their emotional needs. Talk to them. Children are meant to be disciplined. later on you spoil the child. Sometimes you hear parents say, they are just children. They are just children. They know what they are doing. When you don't correct them, they face the consequences. So children are meant to be disciplined. But as a parent, Ephesians chapter 6 said, you should not bully your children. You shouldn't take their right from them. So all these things must be balanced. You must balance everything, all of this, in order to have that beautiful gift of God that God has committed into your hands. If we know that we are just skeptical, we are just taking care of these children, now God will ask us questions. So boarding school is not the problem. The home, decays in the homes, values are no longer taught at home. We just think, I can give birth to as many children that I want. No, sir, no, ma. You are supposed to care for them. You have that right. That is the first assignment you have on earth, to take care of your kids. So we have come to that point and we know the boarding school is not a problem. The children are meant to be trained. The children are meant to be disciplined. They are also meant to be cared for. So how do you care for them? Not only money. You can have money and yet your children are lacking. How do the children, the Bible says something in the book of John. It said, I that you prosper in all things, just as your soul prospereth. In the book of 3 John, he said, I wish that your soul prospereth, that you prosper just as your soul prospereth. That is to say, your soul should prosper. Even if you prosper financially, you also should prosper. If you want to know a child that is poor, not those ones that don't have food to eat. Those children that are poor are those that have no values. These are the poor children. There are children that may not have enough to eat, but they are rich, they are prosperous because they have values installed in them by their parents. That you have millions of naira, euro, dollars to spend does not mean you are wealthy. If your child do not, or your children do not have values in them. Install values in your kids. We are in a generation where we think, while I was growing up, at a point we are now calling my dad a soldier without a uniform. Why? He will discipline you. And at a point when he, of blessed memory, when he died, my siblings would just sit down and say, daddy was too meek, too soft. But while he was training us, he did not let that softness to come out. He loved us. He could, what he can afford, he supplied it, but that morals, he installed it in us. So we have to take care of that. 2, parents, be trustworthy. As I said, if you want to know a poor child, a poor family, it's not those that don't have money, but those that don't have Christ and that don't have morals, that don't have values. You as a mother, you are not trustworthy. You as a father, you are not trustworthy. Your children cannot confide in you because you are either not there to meet that need of your child. Don't be a sperm donor. You must be able to meet your children's needs. Yes. Meet their needs. You think it's just no, be trustworthy. I tell you this because when you are trustworthy as a mother, as a father, your children will be able to confide in you. They will tell you the secrets that they can't tell their friends. And that is where we miss it as parents. Give them listening ear. Let them talk to you. That is one. Secondly, be sensitive. If you look at this case of this Sylvester Jr., the mother knew about it, but the father did not take proper action. The current case in Abuja, the mother was aware, but there was no proper follow-up. Even while the girl was going to school, while they dropped her in school, she said, "Are you leaving me to go back to that place?" At least that enough should tell you that this child is going through something. Be sensitive as a parent. What happened to these people? We should take lesson from it. Be sensitive as a mother. When you are sensitive, you are trustworthy, your children can tell you anything, and you are sensitive enough, you know when your child is not doing well. That woman, Deborah, I appreciate her. So, as I said before, boarding school is not the problem. Values are lacking at home. Then now I want to talk about the system. Having a boarding school is good. Having a school is a beautiful one. But how can you have a school without medical facility? Taking care of children? No, it's not right. We must work towards it that every school should have a medical facility where the children can be taken to. In that their boarding school. I'm even surprised at the kind of amount they were mentioning in Sylvester Jr.'s case. 1.2 million. And yet they don't have medical facility in the building. It doesn't go well. So what I just came to share my own opinion on this case. Being privileged to be a mother of 4 kids, no woman deserves to lose a child. Even if that woman is your enemy, none. Because the pain of labor alone, as it was described, is like when 20 bones in one person's body break once. That is how painful the pain of labor is. So no woman, no parents deserve or is to lose a child just like that. So I came here to speak my own opinion. Children are meant to be trained. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Children are meant to be chastised, disciplined. He said, train up a child in the way he should go, he will not depart from it. He said, if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. You parents, be sensitive enough and be prompt in taking action. Parents, be trustworthy so that your children can talk to you. Those ones you see them, don't talk to a child. When you do that, no. Let's learn to speak with our kids. What is going on right now, it hurts me. It's painful. So let's try to take care of our children. It's a good thing and it's not supposed to add sorrow to us. If we all keep quiet in these cases, let's speak with our media, no matter how, wherever you are, talk into it. Let them hear that we are saying they should take care of our children. We should take care of our children. Why the government should make sure schools that have no medical facilities should be closed down. No matter who has the school. You can't pay 1.2 million and you don't have a medical facility. It doesn't go. No ambulance. So God bless every one of you. My heart hurts when I saw this video of these kids, the way it happens. And that's why I came over here to say 1 or 2 things. As I said, boarding school is not a problem. Because I love boarding school. Though I didn't go to the school, but then we must have values at home. Let's have values at homes. Let's build values in our children. Don't be careless with your children. Be sensitive enough. Don't be careless with your kids. Be sensitive. I hope this bless someone. And I hope these people get justice. This Karen from Abuja, the girl that they left condom. How can you? But If demon is not actually working inside of you, how can you have carnal knowledge of a girl, a little girl of 14 years old? The sad story is the pain. You don't know how these parents are going extra mile to take care of their kids. They send them to school. You have carnal knowledge of a girl of 14, a minor, and the people are walking free. Our system is decaying anyway, but then we as parents, we must be watchful. The Bible says we should pray and also watch. May the Lord bless us. God bless everyone that joined me, and I really appreciate you. I just came out to speak my mind because we know we may say we our children are hidden, our children are so protected. Yes, but we must be our brother's keeper. God bless every one of you. I hope this shared with somebody that we need to build values in our home, because those people, those bullies, those beasts, sorry I used that word, those bullies, they came from a home. They came from a home. I know there are some Judas in a home, but then how can 5 people beat up one person? A kid for that matter. And from the rumor I'm hearing, I hope it's a rumor, they have flew 2 of these people out of the country. So you mean it's the other one that is good to lose a child, right? May the Lord help us. God bless every one of you. I remain your friend Ibe Italia, and I hope you do have a wonderful weekend.